Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Welcome to World Championship Wrestling, #1 in professional wrestling. I'm David Crockett. With me, Tony Schiavone. Tony, I hope everyone out there had a Happy New Year.
I hope so also, David, and we have a great program to begin the new year for you. We have 7-time World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race here with us today. The World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, here also. And we have a special challenge match between Magnum TA and the Barbarian with Paul Jones. That is here today on this program. And, David, a new year, a new champion around that I want you to talk about, and a lot of new things are going on.
Oh, that is right. We have a new national heavyweight champion, and that's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And when you talk about Dusty Rhodes, there is a situation now. It involves J.J. Dillon, right? Tully Blanchard, Baby Doll, and Dusty Rhodes.
And we're going to talk to James J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard in just a second. And also another situation has developed. Someone has a very serious injury.
That's right. There has been a very serious injury to the leg of Ole Anderson. And Tony, remember what Dusty said?
Says go start with the head of the family.
And that's what Dusty Rhodes did. He started with the head of the family, Ole Anderson.
We'll talk more about that situation a little bit later on. But we want to bring in right now Tully Blanchard and with him, James J. Dillon. Not accustomed to seeing you two together.
Well, you know, we'll get into that a little bit later, but James J. Dillon has been hired by myself, by Tully Blanchard Enterprises Incorporated, as the Associative Director. And that's just what his position is my confidant and associate, so don't let anything worry. I tell you what, you want to talk about Ole Anderson and being injured by Dusty Rhodes the Almighty. You know, what Dusty Rhodes did in Atlanta, Georgia, was totally against anything ever heard of in professional wrestling, what he did to Ole Anderson. And talk about the head of the family. Well, I tell you what, that took down one of the 4 horsemen. You know, Arn likes to say the 4 horsemen, Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair, Ole and Arn Anderson. Well, that's where professional wrestling resolves right there. Right around those 4 people. You take one down, that leaves 3 left. But the 4th one will be back, I can guarantee you that. Magnum TA, the United States Heavyweight Champion. There's a lot of things happened in my life here recently. But don't forget, I haven't forgot about you. And you know, the National Heavyweight Championship belt that JJ once proudly had in his trophy case, put his faith in somebody a little bit inferior, got beat, got took down, short-lived. But I tell you what, JJ's on the first-run team now. And I tell you what, it's going to really be something to see.
All right, Tully, you've been talking about a lot of things, but one thing I'd like to know is, where's Baby Doll?
You know, I don't even want you to mention her name again unless we choose to bring it up, which I doubt very seriously we will.
Okay, let's go to the ring.
And there they are, the World Tag Team Champions of Rock and Roll Express. And like they say, rock and roll is here to stay. This is the tag team of the 80s, Rock and Roll Express.
Going up against Thunderfoot and Jim Jeffers on the outside. Thunderfoot, he's a big man. He really is.
Oh, he tries. Goes Ricky Morton. Good, goes down. Here he goes across. Scoots under. Good move. Ricky Morton has him. Good hip toss.
That was a wrong place for Jim Jeffers to be.
Oh, Jeffers now. He goes out. He got it right in the eye. Now Robert Gibson comes in for the Rock and Roll Express. Here you see Robert Gibson.
David, just briefly, we touched on some of the stars of wrestling here today. The Road Warriors with Precious Paul Ellerator here.
Oh, yes. Also, you know, you talk about Harley Race. We're going to have Ric Flair, like you mentioned. Also, Ron Garvin is here. The Raging Bull. Ron Bass.
Ron Garvin, obviously one of the top contenders for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Talk more about him a little bit later on.
Watch Ricky. These guys are quick. They think on their feet. They move constantly. Here they go, across. Jumps over. Right now. There you saw it. Thunderfoot caught him right in the back with that knee. Here he comes in. Start to work on him. Start to pound away. Suplex at the back of his head. Hey, Tony, we've got a man out here that would love to have his team up against the Rock and Roll Express, Jim Cornette, with the Midnight Express. They'll be here.
Yep, he's going to be here also. Busy program. A lot of things going on.
Here he goes. Elbow right in the chest. Goes down. That pin. You got to hook that leg on Ricky Morton if you want to try to pin him. He's not going to give up that easy. Thunderfoot's in now. Just right to the head. Gets him again. Now he's going. Tries to suplex it. Ricky stops him. Stops him again. Powers him over. Oh, that was a big man he had a power over. You see, he's still dazed. Ricky Morton still dazed. Thunderfoot comes up. Double fist right in the back. Makes the tag, holds onto the leg. The Rock and Roll Express. Here he comes back. Ricky Morton. He won't give up. You can never get this team to give up. These are the World Tag Team Champions. The Rock and Roll Express. Takes that on. Shepard's still pounding away. Fist right to the head. Takes Ricky back. Come on, there you see Robert Gibson. He's over there. He's ready for that tag. Can Ricky get over there and make it? Shepard's head in that headlock. Here he goes, whips across. Into that turnbuckle. Jeffers move in. Ricky moves out of the way. They see Gibson over there. Make the tag. There you go. Here comes Robert Gibson. He's on a roll. Whips him into the ropes. Catches him over the chest. Goes right after Thunderfoot. Takes Jim Jeffers. Makes that tag to Ricky. Whips him in. Double drop. Got him right in the jaw. Goes down for the pin. And that is it. Your winners, the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express.
Once again, the double drop kick.
And here it goes, across into the rope. Double drop kick. And your winners, the Rock and Roll Express.
All right, we're back at ringside. Tully Blanchard, James J. Dillon. David Crockett had asked you a question that Mr. Dillon kind of stepped in and erased real quick.
Well, you know, the Baby Doll's name is not really the thing I want to hear right now. You know, you take somebody, I know a lot of men can relate to this, sitting at home. You take somebody from nothing and you make them something. You give them money, you gave them class, you give them furs, jewelries, wine, and dine them from one end of the country to the other.
Recognition.
And recognition. I made the name Baby Doll a household name in the United States of America and worldwide. And I tell you what, she turned her back. When she was really needed, she turned her back on me, the person that gave her life, the person that made her what she is today. She turned her back. That's where Baby Doll is, David Crockett. She turned her back on the man that gave the perfect woman what she is. And I tell you what, one time I came out here and defended her honor. Dusty Rhodes wanted to call her a Jezebel, a perfect zero. Well, I tell you what, she's worse than that, because any man, any woman that would cheat on her man is lower than that.
Well, here with Tully Blanchard, James J. Dillon, and when we return, we'll find out exactly what happened. Don't go away. It's World Championship Wrestling. Seattle Center Coliseum, Seattle, Washington. Wednesday, January 22nd, 8 o'clock in Seattle, Washington. The Omni in Atlanta. Sunday, January 19th, 8 o'clock at the Omni in Atlanta. The Civic Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Saturday, January 18th at 8:30. That's in Philadelphia. The Richmond Coliseum, Richmond, Virginia. Friday, January 17th at 8:15. It's your boy Ric Flair, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette, and many others in Richmond, Virginia. The Convention Center, Cleveland, Ohio. Sunday, January 12th, 8 o'clock. Dusty Rhodes, Superstar Billy Graham, many others in Cleveland. Civic Center Coliseum, Charleston, West Virginia. Saturday, January 11th, 8 o'clock, with the Road Warriors and Precious Paul Ellering, and many others in Charleston, West Virginia. Scope Coliseum, Norfolk, Virginia. Friday, January 10th at 8:15. There you'll see the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, and many other top stars. And it's Friday, January the 10th at the Scope in Norfolk. Civic Center, Canton, Ohio. Thursday, January 9th, 8 o'clock, the Rock and Roll Express and many others in Canton, Ohio. Tomorrow night, 7:30, the Charlotte Coliseum, Charlotte, North Carolina, the Road Warriors, and many other top stars tomorrow night at the Charlotte Coliseum. And it's tonight at 8:15 in Greensboro, the tournament for the World Television title. It's all tonight at 8:15, a one-night tournament for the NWA World Television title. Tonight at 8:15 in Greensboro, it's the NWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling.
The Adolph Coors Brewing Company of Golden, Colorado is proud to present the Coors Play of the Week. New Year's night, the Orange Bowl. Oklahoma leading 16-10 in the third quarter. Sooner quarterback Jamel Holloway passes to Derek Shepard, who appears to fumble the ball. That's not how the officials saw it. Oklahoma goes on to get a field goal and wins the game, plus the national championship. For our final college football Coors 12-pack, plus the first annual Sports Page Player of the Year, catch the Coors Sports Page Sunday night, 10:05 Eastern Time, here on the Superstation.
You know, I've been a beer drinker for a bunch of years. Like you, I've seen a lot of beer commercials. There's one beer that people loved before it was even advertised. You see, Coors was kind of the beer at my folks' place. People thought it was different, special. And that was true long before there were any jingles or promotions. It's the product people love, not the hoopla. You think about that. How many products can you say that about? Coors is the one.
Hey, that girl's checking us out.
She pretty?
Beautiful. Then fix those dry, chapped lips.
They're hurting, and dragging this hard, waxy stick over them hurts some more.
Try new Bliss Stick. It's great.
Bliss stick?
Won't hurt going on those sore lips.
It really doesn't hurt. Creamy.
And real medicine helps healing.
Smooth. She's coming over.
Meet my sister.
Bliss Stick, the soft touch for chapped lips.
When I'm out on the road with a load of meat on, bad weather, bad cold, my load's still got to go. So I rely on Alka-Seltzer Plus. It relieves my aches and pains, the stuffiness in my head, watering on my eyes, the running on my nose, and just everything. So I take Alka-Seltzer Plus before I sack out. And in the morning, I feel like gangbusters, and I'm back on the road again.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Fast, effective relief for tough winter colds.
Fans, back on World Championship Wrestling, still with James J. Dillon and still with Tully Blanchard. You have a few words to say.
Well, you see what has happened to start 1986. Tully Blanchard Enterprises was formed, and after negotiating with Mr. Blanchard due to a series of events that took place, I have severed all ties with all other individuals to assume the position as administrative director of Tully Blanchard Enterprises. And I think one of the things that has brought us together, and one of the keys that shows why Mr. Blanchard is championship caliber material, he's a very sharp individual. He's already alluded to the fact that there is a plot out to destroy the four horsemen of wrestling. They're being picked off one by one. The ringleader, of course, is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and frankly, nobody in professional wrestling knows more about the career of Dusty Rhodes than myself, going back over a 5-6 year period of time. And we have a plan, we already have a plan, and it's a classic example of the domino effect is what it is. The first domino to fall will eventually lead to Dusty Rhodes at the end of the line. Now, you see, the big mistake that a lot of people make is that they assume that if you're going to use this theory, you must go after a Sam Houston, for lack of another name. One of the young people that Dusty Rhodes has taken under his wing, devoted a lot of time to, taking an interest in your career. But you see, if you go to a Sam Houston, you're going to bypass a few key individuals that can cause the whole group to reunite. The key is the first domino in the chain is the silent friend, the one that nobody else is aware of, and only me would be keen enough to pick this up, and I'm talking about the boogeyman, Jimmy Valiant. And if anybody has ever seen Dusty Rhodes in the shadows behind the arena, the man that is always there by his side, the man that is always there in the hour of need is the boogeyman, Jimmy Valiant, and when he falls, the rest will fall in chain.
Hold it a minute now.
That's right.
You're evading the question. I asked him where Baby Doll was. I know why you're here, and I know exactly what took place. I want to show it to these fans. Let's show it to them right now, and then everybody out there will understand why these two guys are here. All right, let's watch it.
Baby Doll, where in the world have you been?
Well, Tony, you should know JJ gave me the ticket to Acapulco. He said it was my Christmas present from you.
JJ gave you what? From me?
JJ gave me a ticket to Acapulco for my Christmas present from you. JJ, come here. You gave me the ticket, remember? You said it was a Christmas present
Sounds
from
like something rotten in Denmark to me, but I didn't tell JJ.
JJ, come on, tell him.
You're a real sweetheart, Baby Doll, and I think the world of you. But you're going to have to figure out some other way to cover your tracks because I don't know what you're talking about.
JJ, come on, tell him. You gave me the ticket.
Get your hands off of him.
No,
if you're taking off, you're bought and paid for. You're mine. You're my 10. And if you're off running off, if you're running off. Put your hands on her again. She don't belong to you. She belongs to me now. Don't you ever put your hands on her.
Well, you're talking about Bedlam in a situation there.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. You saw it right there. That's right. Baby Doll had to cover her tracks, put all the heat on James J. Dillon right there to cover her own track because she was off flatting around with somebody else. Well, Baby Doll, you are mine, bought and paid for. I don't care if Dusty Rhodes comes out and wants to take you or do anything else. Dusty Rhodes, you don't stick your mind in my business ever again. I made the World Television Championship, I made the U.S. Heavyweight Championship, and I'm going to take you down, Dusty Rhodes, and I'm going to take the National Heavyweight Championship from you, the domino effect, Jimmy Valiant, anybody you run around with. And don't you forget, Dusty Rhodes, you're at the top of all those. And when you get back in that squared circle with me, I'm going to finish the job that I started last year, and I'm going to take Baby Doll back, and she's going to have a lesson taught her like no lesson ever taught to anybody.
Well, let's go to the ring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the ring now, 7 times World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race against Tony Zane. Tony Schiavone, there it was, David. That's right. Now you fans know exactly why Baby Doll is not with Tully Blanchard, and the leech, J.J. Dillon, is with Tully Blanchard.
What'd you say there? The leech?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at him. He's standing over there with that smirk on his face the whole time.
Harley Race.
He had that plan the whole time. He knew what he wanted. But now, let's watch. 7 times World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. And Tony, you know why he's here.
Well, he's here because Ric Flair is there.
That's right.
That time only a 2 count.
Also, Tony, he's here because there is getting up to the World Heavyweight Championship. That is that United States Heavyweight Championship belt, right? And who holds it?
Magnum TA is
That's
the
right.
U.S. Heavyweight Champion. Oh, Tony Zane went right to that clothesline. There are a lot of champions, David. But you know, there's one championship yet to be filled, and tonight,
that's right, tonight, for the world's television title.
This week, or next week at this time, we'll know who the world television champion will be.
Because that tournament is tonight. Watch race. Here he goes. Look at him. Use that headbutt. Boy, he can.
He's a master of the headbutt. We have seen it so many times.
Look at him. Takes that neck breaker.
Really just teaching a much younger Tony Zane a lesson here.
Here he goes. Into the... Catches him with that knee right in the midsection. Harley Race just takes his time. Pounds on a man. Picks him up now. Slams him hard on that mat. He's here because he wants to show exactly what he can do. Now watch Race. Drives him down. To the pin, picks him up.
Right by the hair. Could have had him right there. I think we ought to mention right here, David, we talked about Ole Anderson and what has gone on with him.
That's right.
Injured at the hands of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
And the national heavyweight champion, Dusty Rhodes.
That's right. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more, about what happened to Ole Anderson. I'm sure there are two men, three men, including Ole Anderson, but I'm talking about Arn Anderson and the world heavyweight champion Ric Flair. Both are very upset as to what happened.
They are marked. Ah, good suplex. Race. Watch him. Here he goes. Up on that second rope. He just looks around. Here he goes. Headbutt. Right in that shoulder. Rolls him over. Puts him down to that pin. He's got it. And now you see why this man is 7 times world heavyweight champion, Harley Race.
Chalk it up, another win for Harley Race. Right off of the middle turnbuckle here with that headbutt. Harley Race the winner, and we have more action when we come back. We are standing here with the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. He is 1/3 of the world's 6-man tag team champions. Here's your trophy, indicative of the world's 6-man tag team champions.
Yes, I thought I'd bring it out this way, just to give everybody a treat. World 6-man tag team trophy, representing the best 3 athletes in all the world. Crusher Khrushchev, Nikita, my nephew, and myself. Now, I know the competition for this cup is going to be very fierce in the future. Names like this Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, the Road Warriors. You know, not only because it's such a prestigious cup that everybody wants it, because the Koloff family is holding it. Russian athletes are holding it. This is why all the Americans want to take it away from us, because they don't like the idea that the #1 athletes are holding on to this. Now, like the Road Warriors found out by us leaving them lay. Yes, you found out you weren't so big and so bad when you tackled the Koloff family. I'm so proud of nephew Nikita's accomplishments and Crusher Khrushchev. Whether you see us in tag team competition or individual competition, you are going to be seeing the best. And 100% effort on the Koloff family's name. You are going to find out, all you competitors out there, that we are not going to stop at anything. And these Rock and Roll Express, we are going to go beyond the Road Warriors, even though we know that there's going to be some battles that's going to end up putting somebody in the hospital. But we welcome this opportunity because we are out to prove that we are superior. And we will do it at your expense, Americans. Yes, Rock and Roll Express, we will not stop until we get World Tag Team belts again. And the Kremlin, yes, it sent Nikita, my nephew, after you, Magnum TA, and the United States Heavyweight Championship will come over to the Koloff family.
Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, 1/3 of the world's 6-man tag team champions. We're going back to the ring.
And in the ring, Ron Bass against Bill Tabb.
You know, you mentioned earlier about James J. Dillon, and he used that word that you now apply to him. I'm sure Ron Bass can attest to that.
Oh, and Ron Bass would agree to me. And J.J. Dillon, exactly that type of individual. He's an elite. Hey, Tony, coming up, we're going to have Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, the national heavyweight champion. He's going to be with us, and he has a very special guest with him.
Okay, look forward to that.
Bill Tabb trying to pound away on Ron Bass, but he's a tough Texan.
And I'm sure Dusty's going to have a lot to talk about, including what he said came true. He said, I'm going to start with the head of the family right here at this podium. Weeks ago, he said that.
That's right, he did.
He'll talk about Ole Anderson.
He's a man of his word.
That's
the
right.
national heavyweight champion. Ron Bass pounding away on Bill Tabb. And Dusty Rhodes took out Ole Anderson. He injured Ole's legs very seriously. Hard slam on the mat. Puts the elbow right in the chest of Mr. Tabb.
By the way, David, you know, we talked with Ivan Kolob out here, and he's talking about the Road Warriors. Wherever the Russians go in the ring, there are always 3 of them. And today, the Road Warriors are going to take on 3 men, a handicap match.
And we're going to see exactly how tough these guys are. The Road Warriors against 3 men.
That's right, Precious Paul. He wanted 3 men in a match. Because every time you have to go up against the Russians, you got to face 3. So to prepare his men for that, 3 men will take on the 2 Road Warriors, and that is here today, including Magnum TA against the Barbarian.
Tell you what, that's why World Championship Wrestling is #1 in professional wrestling. The very best you see each week right here. One of the best is in the ring right now. Ron Bass, he says, all right.
Fans really respond to that claw, David. Really respond to it. There it is.
He's got it. Squeezing tighter and tighter, takes him down on the mat. They count him down. Your winner, the big Texan, Ron Bass.
Good win for the big cowboy, Ron Bass. And we take a look once again.
He puts that hand up and says, let's put the claw on him. And here he takes Mr. Tabb, whips him across down the ropes. Gets that claw ready. And puts it on him. Your winner, Ron Bass.
Stay tuned for the national heavyweight champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and his guest when we come back.
Hello out there. Listen, how would you like to save some money and get something I'm absolutely sure you can use and enjoy right now, right where you are? It's TV Guide, America's favorite television magazine, and here's the story. You call this toll-free number and take advantage of the special TV offer, and you get 30 weeks of TV Guide home delivered, and you get 3 months to pay, and you get the lowest price going, and that's a promise. But there's more, because TV Guide has more to give. More news and clues on what's to watch, and when to watch, and who to watch, and why to watch them. TV Guide whets your appetite for the week ahead with previews and features on upcoming shows, sports schedules for national and local teams, plus movie reviews you can really rely on. So you can look forward with pleasure to the best of network, local, cable, and pay TV. Then look behind the scenes and meet the shining stars and the rising stars. The folks who make jokes, make news, make money, and make your day. And TV Guide gives you straight talk on the state of TV and the state of our lives in the TV age. So you'll discover how television's leading families reflect a new vision of family life in America. Find out why we get such a kick out of bloopers, bleeps, and blunders. And learn what's new in home video equipment. So don't miss out. Discover for yourself how much TV Guide has to offer and how little it costs.
Yes, right now, call 800-523-7600 for 30 weeks of TV Guide at the lowest price going. 30 weeks of TV Guide in your mailbox for pennies a day. And you can pay in 3 easy monthly installments of just $5.75 each. 800-523-7600. Send no money, but call today. 800-523-7600.
So come on. Oh, you'll be glad you did.
Now, we said a lot of things have happened. Well, also, something has happened to Ole Anderson. We want to talk to the national heavyweight champion, Dusty Rhodes, along with Baby Doll.
You know what, Tony? We got a great cross-section of people throughout this country and in this studio.
every day. They all got opinions about each other. You know, opinions are like something you have on your body. Everybody's got one. I don't care about it at this point in time. Ole Anderson, your brother, Arn Anderson, is gonna get what you got. You laying right now in the bed with your leg cracked up. I told you how it's gonna be. They say, Dusty Rhodes, I just got a letter from some guy up in Seattle, say, Dusty Rhodes, how come you're always helping everybody and getting paid back for? Well, that's the way I am, you know. I'm a little hard-headed. They say, Dusty Rhodes, how come you don't look like Ric Flair and have all them muscles and pretty body? Well, I like the nightlife just a little bit better than I like the damn gym, Jack. You understand? As long as I can get out and do it better than anybody, and as long as I make more money per night than any athlete in this country, and as long as I make $500,000 a year, I don't really give a damn what they think out there. Can you dig that? I hope you can. I hope you can. I hope you can. Lord, I hope you can. Tully Blanchard, you laid your hands on something that is sacred in this country. And that's a lady. And ladies are sacred to me, baby. I don't care what they've done in the past. So let's take a look at Ole Anderson in pain, blues, and agony right now and let the world see what the American Dream's up to at this point in time.
Okay, let's roll that tape and see what the National Heavyweight Champion Dusty Rhodes is talking about. Going up, the Road Warriors are in there with you, Dusty, and they're kicking Ole Anderson right down to the canvas. And right there you can see that he's holding that right leg.
You know what, Tony? The Road Warriors are brothers of the road. They need no partners. They need no help from anybody. When I call them, when I talk to them, when I say Warriors, we talk about the road. We talk about the nightlife. We talk about how late we stayed up and what time we didn't go to bed. That's how bad it is. And when I say Warriors, there's something got to be done right here. You see Dusty Rhodes. Ric Flair, remember this scene a few months ago? Remember this scene here? The same thing replayed, but the cards on the other foot. Your cousin laying flat prone with his half-naked head right there, Jack. You understand what I'm saying? Right here, another shot. 2 in a row. Yes, I did it. I'm not lying about it. Right there. Payback is really bad, ain't it, Rick? Payback is really bad. Right here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the Nature Boy's hole right here on his own cousin, Arn Anderson. You better not lie. I mean, you better watch out, and you better look behind you, because I'm coming for you. Ole Anderson, I've never seen him in so much pain since he got the bill at the Hyatt Regency the last time he was in Charleston, South Carolina. You understand? That is pain right there, Jack.
Oh, my.
All right, now that I'm on a roll, I want to introduce you to not my valet or nothing like to my personal. This is my personal right here. And, Mama, you got all the time you want on this program. Take it.
Tully Blanchard, isn't it just too bad you couldn't handle a real woman? And by the way, Dusty, I have always loved champions. And Tully, I will pay you back for slapping me.
Woo, I like it.
All right, Baby Doll and the National Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Let's go to the ring.
Hey, Tony, in the ring. Ron Garvin and Mac Jeffers. I tell you what, Baby Doll, when she started talking, oh, she's something else.
Big smile on her face.
That's right.
All right, take a look at Ron Garvin, one of the top contenders for the NWA World Heavyweight title.
Hey, listen, she had that smile and she had the look in her eye. She meant exactly what she said, Tully Blanchard. Oh, look right now. This man has a look in his eye. Ron Garvin.
We have seen Ron Garvin go up against Ric Flair. As a matter of fact, we have received tons of letters from you fans out there about Ron Garvin's ability to be the World Heavyweight Champion.
That's right. And he is definitely in line. One of the top contenders for that World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Look at him on the floor now. I wouldn't want to be Mac Jeffers when Ron Garvin climbs in that ring just about right now.
Headbutt by Ron Garvin. Takes Jeffers. Oh! Caught him! Right in the chest. Takes him again with that hard right hand. Takes Jeffers, kicks him midsection. Comes over, picks him up. Suplex, yes. He gets him. Up! Pow! Over. Hard on the mat. Slaps him right in the face.
Oh, again.
You don't think this man is tough. Look at him. Tough man. Can you imagine a match with world heavyweight champion Ric Flair? Oh, what he could do to him.
Well, I said I wouldn't want to be Mac Jeffers when he got back into the ring, and here's why. Ronnie Garvin, a soft-spoken man outside of the ring, but he sure changes to a bear when he gets in, doesn't
he? Yes, he does. Look at Garvin. Now he takes his face, rubs his face in the mat. Now pushing him right through it. Garvin breaks those fingernails all over him. Goes down for the choke. Slaps him again. Garvin just waiting. He wants him to fight. All right. Takes him in. Has him in that corner. Oh, rights and lefts. Oh, he's slapping him with that open hand. Putting whelps all over his body. Headbutt. Holds him up. Headbutt again.
It's the way you gotta be when you're going after the world champion Ric Flair. He's doing the right thing.
No mercy.
No mercy is right.
Okay. Headbutts him. Jeffers goes down. Picks him up. He's pulverizing this guy.
He knocked him right up off his feet and then back down. Now, Mac Jeffers is going to think long and hard about ever doing that. Look at Ronnie Garvin.
Catches him again right in the chest. Jeffers wants to get away from this man. And what a man he is. Switch down by Jeffers. Garvin just holds that right hand up.
Watch out.
Fist of stone.
See you later.
Sits on him. And that is it. Your winner. Look at him. Ron Garvin.
Many people across the country think this is the man that can be the world heavyweight champion, Ron Garvin, and here's why, David.
Because he has fists of stone. Your winner, Ron Garvin.
Stay tuned for Harley Race, the Road Warriors, and many others. Fans, starting next week and then each and every week, join us for Pro Wrestling Illustrated Scouting Report right here on World Championship Wrestling. Join us and Bill Apter starting next week. It's World Championship Wrestling, Seattle Center Coliseum, Seattle, Washington. Wednesday, January 22nd, 8 o'clock, Dusty Road, Magnum, TA. Many others in Seattle, Washington. The Omni in Atlanta. Sunday, January the 19th, 8 o'clock at the Omni in Atlanta. The Civic Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Saturday, January 18th at 8:30. That's in Philadelphia. Richmond Coliseum, Richmond, Virginia. Friday, January 17th at 8:15. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Tully Blanchard, the Rock and Roll Express, and many others in Richmond, Virginia. Seattle Center Coliseum, Charleston, West Virginia. Saturday, January 11th at 8 o'clock. The Road Warriors in Precious Paul Ellering, many others in Charleston, West Virginia. Scope Coliseum, Norfolk, Virginia. Friday, January 10th at 8:15. It's your boy Ric Flair. Miss Atlanta Lively. Many others in the Scope in Norfolk. And tonight at 8:15, the Greensboro Coliseum, Greensboro, North Carolina. It is the one-night tournament for the NWA World Television title. That is tonight at 8:15 in the Greensboro Coliseum. It's the NWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling.
If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't want to go.
That's Hank Williams Jr. Hi, I'm Ralph Emery, and I'd like to tell you about All American Country, a new 5-record collection from Sessions that has 50 of the biggest country hits ever. Just listen.
Do me with the love. Whatever happened to old-fashioned love? How come you're feeling so fine when your love's on the line? Baby, I like faking love like nothing ever happened. Baby, what about you? want a man with the soul hand. Tell me you're trying to cure a 7-year age.
You'll also get Roseanne Cash, Willie Nelson, The Judge, Waylon Jennings, D.G. Shepherd, Merle Haggard, George Jones, and Reba McEntire.
I can't even get the blues no more.
You can also get All-American Country on 8-track or cassette tapes. Your choice of 5 records or 3 tapes for just $19.95. Here's how to order.
COD and credit card customers, call toll-free 1-800-257-1234 or save $3 in COD fees by sending $19.95 for 5 records or 3 tapes, plus $2 for postage and handling to American Country, Box 7500, Atlanta, Georgia.
Every weekday evening, Crossfire on CNN battles straight to the core of the issues. Experts fight for the truth on Crossfire, 7:30 Eastern, every weekday evening on CNN.
Tonight, Jimmy Stewart's best friend turns out to be his worst enemy.
Every time you bed down for the night, you'll look back into the darkness and wonder if I'm there. And some night I will be.
Bend of the River, 8:05 Eastern on the Superstation tonight.
Earlier in the program, we saw why this man, 7-time former world heavyweight champion Harley Race, for 7 times held that gold belt, and he's back again with us here on World Championship Wrestling.
That's right. And the reason why I'm here is they continue to tell me that I have to prove myself. While holding that title more times than any living human being on the face of the earth. The world's title, not the plastic garbage that you hear about. The world's heavyweight title that dates back into the 1800s. A Magnum TA, they tell me that you're the man in line. You're Mr. It. Well, in a very short hour, we're going to find out what you're made of. I don't have to prove anything to any living human being. And then Flair, in my town, the one with the big arch, inside a cage, we're going to find out what you're made of. We're going to find out just exactly what kind of guts you got. But if they want me to continually prove that Harley Race is wrestling personified, the man that, when you mention the word, has rewritten every book that's been wrote on it. I'll prove it, if I have to, all over again. TA, this just hope that you're up to the task, because nothing would suit me better than to go in to that cage with Flair packing the other belt. I love it.
Harley Race, former world heavyweight champion. Let's go to the ring. Match, like we said, 3-on-2. They may need a 4th man before this is over with to contain these 2 men.
That's right. Hawking Animal. The Road Warriors with Paul Ellering.
Going up against the team of Josh Stroud.
Oh, what a clothesline that was.
Gene Ligon and Mark Hawk. Ooh, Hawk just got a, Mark Hawk that is, got a clothesline. They're both down.
The Road Warriors are getting ready for the Russians. Hawking Animal.
That was awesome.
You better believe it. Watch him. Watch the Hawk. Clothesline. And then the Animal comes over. What do you think this big man? Catches him. And they pin him. Your winners, the Road Warriors with Paul Ellering.
And when we come back, we'll talk with the Road Warriors and precious Paul Ellering. Don't go away.
It's World
Championship Wrestling. Freedom Hall Civic Center, Johnson City, Tennessee. Friday, January 24th at 8:15. That's in Johnson City, Tennessee. Seattle Center Coliseum, Seattle, Washington. Wednesday, January 22nd at 8 o'clock. Nature Boy Ric Flair, the Road Warriors with Precious Paul Ellering, and many others in Seattle, Washington. Memorial Coliseum, Portland, Oregon. Tuesday, January 21st, 8 o'clock. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA. Many others in Portland, Oregon. The Omni in Atlanta. Sunday, January 19th, 8 o'clock. That's at the Omni in Atlanta. The Civic Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Saturday, January 18th at 8:30. That's in Philadelphia. The Richmond Coliseum, Richmond, Virginia. Friday, January 17th at 8:15. World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, the Rock and Roll Express, and many others in Richmond, Virginia. Civic Center Coliseum, Charleston, West Virginia. Saturday, January 11th at 8 o'clock. That's a super card in Charleston, West Virginia. Scope Coliseum, Norfolk, Virginia. Friday, January 10th at 8:15. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette, and many others in Norfolk, Virginia. The Civic Center, Canton, Ohio. Thursday, January 9th at 8 o'clock. The Rock and Roll Express and many other top stars in Canton, Ohio. And tonight at 8:15, the Greensboro Coliseum, Greensboro, North Carolina. One-night tournament for the NWA World Television title. Many top stars in a one-night tournament tonight in Greensboro. It's the NWA.
If you're a businessman or woman with the brains, drive, and desire to run a growing company, Inc., the magazine for growing companies, invites you to call now for a free copy of its Guide to Small Business Success. Here's a special report packed with the kind of hard-nosed, how-to business savvy you find in every issue of Inc. That's INC, period. With Inc.'s Guide to Small Business Success, you'll profit from more than 100 proven techniques to help your business grow. Like a handy 9-point checklist for tracking day-to-day business operations, 8 rules for cutting paperwork and streamlining office systems, a dozen ways to borrow money, and more. And the Guide to Small Business Success is yours free just for subscribing to Inc. at the money-saving trial rate of $18 for 1 full year. Then each month, you'll profit from Inc.'s special brand of hands-on management advice, facts, news, and 228-3800. Inc. Magazine pays for the call. 800-228-3800.
Stay with us, Superstation, next, and root for those guys you love to hate on World Championship Wrestling, right here on Superstation, WTBS.
I think if there was any doubt in anybody's mind that these two men, the Road Warriors, could destroy 3 men, I think you put that to rest just a couple of minutes ago. Here they are, the Legion.
Hey! Well, you know me and the Animal, we always feel better when we're doing something bad. And we did something real bad, along with Dusty Rhodes, to Ole Anderson. How's your leg? I'll tell you something. I heard he's wearing earplugs when he eats Rice Krispies because he doesn't want to hear the snap, crackle, and pop. Well, you want to know what makes us sick besides everything? The Russians. The Russians make us real sick. And I got one little question from me and Animal and Precious Paul to the Russians. Is there life after death? Why don't you get in the ring with us and find out? Hey. You want to know why we just had 3 guys in the ring? I'll leave it up to the big man. Tell him. Hey, Tony Schiavone! Twice now the Russians jumped us from behind. Twice they tried to humiliate the Warriors. Now they're the 6-man tag team champions. We just proved the point in the 60 million homes across the nation that we can beat 3 guys against 2 any stinking time we want to. That goes for you, Nikita, you, Khrushchev, and you, Ivan. We're going to take that 6-man championship. Huck and my brother, we can do it all by ourselves. But the NWA rules won't let us. So I'll find somebody just as sick as we are to beat you 3 morons and show you who is the superior team.
Well, Ellering, I think these men can beat any 3.
You know, something needs to be brought out here, Tony. I listened to Ivan Koloff's interview, and there's one little thing that distinguishes the Russians from the Legion of Doom, and that is the fire of desire, Ivan Koloff. And that fire is stroked on our part by hate. And nothing strokes a fire like hate. And on top of all of that, we've worked for everything that we've got, and it hasn't been given to us like it has to those Russians. Let's get at it.
The Legion of Doom. And let's go to the ring.
In the ring, the Raging Bull. against Larry Clark.
Serious talk up here, Dave. These two men, the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. Hey, they said we can take that six-man world tag team title. I think they proved a lot by destroying three men earlier. And now we're going to take a look at the Raging Bull.
And watch the ball. Hey, this would be a good match for one of their partners. It really would. Here he goes. The Raging Bull is exactly that. He's a tough man.
1, 2,
Take Clark right back. Drives that knee to the leg. Takes it, twists it. The Road Warriors. It's the Russians. The world man tag team title. Hey Tony, you know we talk about the Road Warriors going up against the Russians for that six-man tag team title. We talk about Ric Flair, who should wrestle him for that World Heavyweight Championship. We've got the United States Heavyweight Champion, Magnus, the National Heavyweight Champion, Dusty Rhodes. Remember, Tony, we have a contest, right? Coming up. We're talking about a contest that we want you fans to write in. We want to know exactly what matches you want to see right here on World Championship. And later on, we're going to give you that address. So please, get out a pencil and paper, because later on, you're going to have that address. Because we want you to be part of World Championship Wrestling. And that's right. That's when it's going to take place. Friday, February 7th, 10 p.m., World Championship Wrestling. There's the address right there. 1250 South Omni International, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. Tell us exactly the matches that you want to see. Please, please, I got to tell you right now, put them on a postcard. We have got so many right now.
Please, please, put them on a postcard. And we'd love to hear from you.
You know, the Raging Bull.
Going through some letters today, a lot of people said, hey, the Raging Bull against Ric Flair.
Yeah.
The Raging Bull against Nikita.
There's so many combinations. We want you to be part of it. Or if you didn't get that address, we're going to show it to you later on again. Watch the Bull, the Raging Bull.
Larry Clark really hobbling around now, but still going right after the Bull, Dave. And the Bull goes right to work on that left leg again. Seems to be the day to talk about legs. Yeah, and we're going to talk, buddy, about a leg in just a little bit. Down he goes. Clark hit hard that time.
Raging Bull drags him out, twisting that leg. Everyone saw what the National Heavyweight Champion, Dusty Rhodes, did to Ole Anderson in his leg. Clark makes it to the ropes. And he takes him out.
Give it to him.
Up. Well, you know that hurts.
The Bull has been working on that thigh muscle since the opening moments of the match. And absorbing those blows now from Larry Clark. I shouldn't have done that. Down he goes hard.
Chopped him right across the chest. Takes him out. There he goes. Twisting. Tighter and tighter. Clark finally makes it to the ropes. And he takes him out again. Oh. Here he goes! Oh, he exploded on him. Goes down with that pin, hooks the leg. He's got him. You're a winner. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez.
Big win for the Raging Bull.
Look at him chopping. Now he takes him. He whips him across. Look at him take off. just like a rocket. Catches him. Takes him down for the pin. Your winner, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez.
And we'll be back with the World Heavyweight Champion right after this station identification.
You are watching Superstation, WTBS, home of the 1986 Goodwill Games.
Well, the man is here, like we said, the heavyweight champion of the world. Let's bring him in, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
You know, as the whole world knows, Mr. Tony Schiavone and Mr. David Crockett, I'd like you to stand over here because today I got a lot to say.
Okay.
And because you have a lot to do with this program, the first thing I'm going to do is ask for equal time.
All right.
So I don't want anybody on with these cameras giving me this shot. You keep your mouth shut, buddy, or you'll be outside looking in. My cousin, as you know, the great Ole Anderson, right now is unable to perform in the greatest sport in the world today because he has an injury due to a malicious act of violence on the part of Dusty Rhodes, the people, everybody out there, call the man they call the American Dream. Now, Tony Schiavone, he has the nerve to walk out here. This is going to be a three-part interview, so let's address this. We're talking about Ole Anderson now.
Okay.
And I'm going to get back to that later on in the show. Now we're going to talk about Dusty Rhodes, who has the audacity to walk out here. Can you imagine this? At my interview time, I got to put up with these idiots. I'll tell you how it is, Dust. You can tell the whole world that you're the #1 sports attraction, that you're the greatest athlete in the world, that you're all there is. But we know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that unless you got this in your hands or got this around your waist, you're only second best. In other words, anything you're telling the public and telling yourself is a figment of your imagination. And if we're talking about big bucks, Dusty Rhodes, I spent more money on spilt booze with Leona Hemsley last Sunday night sitting in my lap than you made in the last 6 months. That's right. You know why? Because I am legitimately a big deal. Now, part 3. I have a very dear friend, as you know. His name is Tully Blanchard.
Right.
About a year ago, he made the mistake, and I told him, of trying to confine all his talent and all his ability around one woman. A woman that he called, and every sports person in the world addressed, as a perfect 10. Well, baby doll, now that you're on the other side of the track, and I don't have to worry about hurting one of my friend's feelings, I'm going to tell you how it is. I never liked you to begin with. You understand that? I've seen better on the backside of the worst days of my life. And Tully Blanchard, I'm going to put my arm around you, brother. I'm going to walk you through society. Baby doll, do you remember the night in Philadelphia that you almost got to ride Space Mountain? You remember that? But out of respect to Tully Blanchard, I sent you to your room, even though you knocked. Please let me in, Slick Rick, please. No, baby doll, no Space Mountain tonight. Well, baby doll, you're out of here. Now, one last statement. I happen to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, because my personal lawyer tells me so, that anybody, Bigfoot himself, could not follow me in my footsteps wherever they go, anywhere in the world today. God bless America and God bless Ric Flair. Go for it.
Woo! The World Heavyweight Champion, it's your boy Ric Flair. Let's go to the ring.
In the ring, a cousin of Ric Flair's, Arn Anderson, against Ed Glover, and he starts to destroy this young man.
Well, I would say the family, I'm talking about Flair and the Andersons, are really upset right now. Obviously, Arnie, go ahead, Dave.
There's only one thing I have to say. Turnabout is fair play. A leg for a leg. Oh. You watch Arn Anderson. You've seen him so many times wrestle with Ole. Ole's out of it.
Who's the only one can hurt somebody?
Arn Anderson, the man that says, hey, I'm the world television champion, he says. Tonight, he'll get a chance. We'll find out. He'll get a chance to prove it because that tournament is tonight.
And you know, you watch him right now. If he can carry over to tonight what he has in that ring right now, that burning desire to inflict pain and injury on everyone, he just might do it, Tony. Get him. Now he's taking that arm.
Well, Ken Glover.
The Andersons love to take one part of the body.
Looking right into the camera and calling out the name of Dusty Rhodes, the national heavyweight champion.
Driving that shoulder into the midsection. Goes right back after the arm. Leg trip takes him down. Staying with that arm. If anyone is an expert at taking an arm, twisting it, turning, pulling, yanking, and making their opponent submit, it's the Andersons. And the younger man in there right now, Arn Anderson. He's just as tough, just as mean.
That's for you, Rose.
Look at him. Watch him. Here he goes.
Gourd Buster.
Yes. Look at him nod that head, said yes. Dusty Rhodes, national heavyweight champion. This is for you. And he did it.
Arn Anderson. And the Gourd Buster.
Picks him up. Now watch him. Puts his face right through the mat. Your winner, Arn Anderson.
We're back at ringside. World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, one half of the National Tag Team Champions. We talked earlier about Ole Anderson. What has happened to him? Let you two guys talk about it now.
As I said, you keep your mouth shut. I'm going to go in there and slap your face. You're not talking to Dusty Rhodes, brother. You're talking to a couple of men. Now get in here, Tony Schiavone. As I said earlier, the great Ole Anderson unable to be here today because of the fact he was maliciously attacked. He's hurt, and we want to roll a film right now showing the whole world exactly what kind of man they call the American Dream.
Here we go. The American...
Here he is in all his glory, hollering at me standing all by myself, me the great one, Arn Anderson right there, both of us dealing, unable right now to think about anything except the leg on a great member of our family, Ole Anderson. But sure, he's going to stand there and challenge me, knowing that my mind and my heart are there with our cousin Ole. Now look at this, Tony Schiavone. You tell me right now that this great athlete deserves to suffer an injury like this. And you know what really disgusts me? There's about 16,000 people in the Omni laughing and hollering, thinking that's a real smooth operation. Now, I'm going to tell you people something as you watch this film, and I'm going to identify myself for all you fools out there that might not recognize the voice. The name is Ric Flair. They call me the world champion. For all of you out there that think that this is real cute and that Dusty Rhodes is a big dog now, you remember one thing. Arn Anderson and Ric Flair walk as tall as any two men alive today. And as I'm standing here right now, I'm making you a promise. I'm making myself a promise. We have made the rest of our family a promise. Dusty Rhodes will be back in the hospital within 90 days. I'm going to break the silence right now. I'm tired of being polite. I'm tired of being polite to you. What you've just witnessed hits me right in the guts. You took a man, Dusty Rhodes, that helped raise me, and before my very eyes, with those 300-pound road warriors riding shotgun, you have crippled him right before my very eyes. And for a man like me, that is an Anderson, that is inbred with Anderson blood, I can't accept it. And the thing that makes me sick, Tony Schiavone, is guys like you, Jim Crockett, David Crockett. He comes in the ring, Dusty Rhodes comes in the ring with a steel-toed boot, continuously kicks Ole Anderson in the leg. I've told you about that boot time and time again. You won't do anything about it. If that had been Ric Flair wearing it, if it had been me or Tully Blanchard wearing it, what would you have done? Fines, suspensions. Hey, I'm not taking you home.
Oh, my goodness, baby dolls out here.
You take me home or not. I'm out here to say, Arn Anderson, you are next.
Oh, is that a play? Just 1 minute. Wait a minute, Tony Schiavone. You're next, and I got news for you. When you get off Space Mountain, you'll be like this. Tony Schiavone, any intelligent human being knows that women were put on this earth. You understand? Dinner and make babies, and that's where the line is.
We gotta go. We'll be right back.
Help them out in the mouth.
It's World Championship Wrestling. Seattle Center Coliseum, Seattle, Washington. Wednesday, January 22nd, 8 o'clock in Seattle, Washington. The Omni in Atlanta. Sunday, January 19th, 8 o'clock at the Omni in Atlanta. The Civic Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Saturday, January 18th at 8:30. That's in Philadelphia. The Richmond Coliseum, Richmond, Virginia. Friday, January 17th at 8:15. It's your boy Ric Flair, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. The Midnight Express with Jim Cornette and many others in Richmond, Virginia. The Convention Center, Cleveland, Ohio. Sunday, January 12th, 8 o'clock. Dusty Rhodes, Superstar Billy Graham, many others in Cleveland. Civic Center Coliseum, Charleston, West Virginia. Saturday, January 11th, 8 o'clock, with the Road Warriors and Precious Paul Ellering and many others in Charleston, West Virginia. Scope Coliseum, Norfolk, Virginia. Friday, January 10th at 8:15. There you'll see the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, and many other top stars. And it's Friday, January the 10th at the Scope in Norfolk. Civic Center, Canton, Ohio. Thursday, January 9th, 8 o'clock, the Rock and Roll Express and many others in Canton, Ohio. Tomorrow night, 7:30, the Charlotte Coliseum, Charlotte, North Carolina, the Road Warriors, and many other top stars tomorrow night at the Charlotte Coliseum. And it's tonight at 8:15 in Greensboro, the tournament for the World Television title. It's all tonight at 8:15, a one-night tournament for the NWA World Television title. Tonight at 8:15 in Greensboro, it's the NWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling.
The following announcement is for honorably discharged U.S. veterans age 18 to 59. The toll-free number shown on your screen is used to respond to the following. Do not miss this important information exclusively for veterans. Veterans of all branches of service and spouses of qualified veterans, stand by for complete details.
Already over 2 million veterans have called to find out how this card can serve them exclusively. Hi, I'm Roger Staubach. If you're a veteran age 18 to 59, or the spouse or widow of a vet, write down this toll-free number, because one quick phone call can bring you all the facts about a plan that offers you a choice of 10, 20, up to $50,000 in term life benefits. $50,000 for under $10 a month. And since your spouse is also eligible, your total family protection can reach up to $100,000. All this at affordable veterans rates. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call. Operators are ready now to serve you. In a matter of days, an information package will be sent directly to your home. In it, you'll find all you need to apply right away. In fact, you don't even have to take a medical exam. You'll also receive your own Veterans Life card embossed with your name. It's all absolutely free with no obligation. As a veteran, you owe it to yourself to get the facts about this exclusive offer. So call now.
Veterans, call 1-800-257-1234. That's 1-800-257-1234. An information package will be mailed to you immediately. Call now. You will also receive an updated guide to veterans benefits showing what government benefits veterans are entitled to and how to collect. Operators are standing by. Call 1-800-257-1234. The information is free, and so is the call. That number again is 1-800-257-1234.
Good today. How you doing, David Crocker? You my man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Jimmy Valiant's name was mentioned earlier by James J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard, and J.J. and Tully are right here with us at ringside.
You know, there's the old saying that sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees because you get too close to a situation. And Tully Blanchard was very close to the situation during the past year, defending the major titles that he held throughout the country. And it's obvious that when you're that intense in the competition, that you can't really stand back and study.
Thumb in the throat right there, thumb in the throat.
I have told Tully Blanchard what I have known for many years, that the Achilles heel of Dusty Rhodes is the boogeyman, Jimmy Valiant.
Okay, Jimmy Valiant.
Look at the man from New York City, Jimmy Valiant. Picks Mr. Bevins up, backs him into the ropes, takes him across, catches it, elbow right in the chest, gets ready, comes up, again in the chest, has him down for the pin, and your winner, the boy from New York City, Jimmy Valiant.
Now Jimmy looking over towards us. James J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard are here. The winner is the boogeyman, Jimmy Valiant. As he walks off.
You know, J.J. Dillon said it right. The forest for the trees, you got to get too close sometimes, and you can't see the writing on the wall. You know, Jimmy Valiant real close to Dusty Rhodes for many, many years, confidant. And, you know, I tell you what, Dusty Rhodes, it seems like you're always going to have Magnum TA, Jimmy Valiant, a lot of people always around him, surrounding him. You got to have his little entourage everywhere he goes. Well, Dusty Rhodes, you get in that ring in the squared circle all by your lonesome without your entourage. It's hard to do because all of a sudden Magnums hits the ring, Valiant hits the ring, the Bull hits the ring, everybody comes attacking you from behind. Well, Dusty Rhodes, there's only one way to eliminate that. I've already been in a conference with the other 3, 4 horsemen, Flair, Arn, Ole, and myself. The way to do it, with the consulting of James J. Dillon, is to strip you down. Valiant, you're going to be number 1. Magnum TA number 2. The Bull 3. I don't care what order.
The domino
and then Dusty
effect.
Rhodes. There it is, the domino effect. Dusty Rhodes, you're going to be exposed right in the middle of the ring, all by your lonesome.
Okay, James J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard, and we're coming right back with Jim Cornette and many other top stars.
It's Starrcade 85, The Gathering. If you missed it live, now you can be a part of it with the Starrcade 85 video. Dial 1-800-453-6606 to order the most controversial match in the history of professional wrestling. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes against the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. You decide. Dial 1-800-453-6606. The most brutal match in the history of professional wrestling. U.S. Heavyweight title in a cage. An I Quit match. Tully Blanchard with Baby Doll defending it. Magnum TA. And you can see it. Dial 1-800-453-6606. They put them in a cage for the World Tag Team title. No disqualification, no time limit. And you can see this one. 1-800-453-6606. And how wild is an Atlanta street fight? You decide. 1-800-453-6606. If you missed Starrcade 85, don't miss the video. $39.95 plus $5 postage and handling. Call today.
We are back at ringside. Jim Cornette, as we said, is here. What do you have in your hand here?
You know, because that I am 1985 Pro Wrestling Illustrated Manager of the Year, anybody that can read can take a good look at it. That means I'm smart. That means I'm probably about the greatest thing that you people have ever seen. And that means that I know what I'm doing. Rock and Roll Express had to get your attention. 6 months of name calling wouldn't get the job done. So we decided to take a different little tack. I think you got a piece of film. If anybody's smart enough to figure out how to run one of those machines, I want to see that piece of film right now. Look at
go.
The Rock and Roll Express fixed to cheat in another match. I'm at ringside there just scouting the men out. You see the double drop kick. It is a devastating maneuver. I'll give you that. I get up there to complain to the referee. It was 2-on-1. They tried to put their hands on me. That's something that never happens. Here comes the Midnight Express, and now what we're about to do had a dual purpose. Now, little Ricky Punky Morton there, I figured, number one, if we made him mad enough, then they'd get in the ring to defend the World Tag Team Championship against us. And number two, well, if poor little Ricky's arm just didn't happen to last through this, then they'd put the belts up for a tournament, and we'd get them anyway. So our dual purpose would be resolved one way or the other. You see there, that skunk Robert Gibson runs in there. Well, let me tell you something. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, Rock and Roll Express. Get that camera on me. I'm the best looking thing you'll see all day. I hate your filthy, stinking guts, Rock and Roll Express, and that's the God's honest truth from me to you. We got your attention, we woke you up, and now we're gonna get those belts. You can't do nothing about it, and you can't do nothing about what we're gonna do to you while we're taking them. Because it would make my whole year, it would make my decade if I had anything to do with getting you two sleazy little punks out of professional wrestling for good. Because like I said before, I hate your filthy, stinking guts. And anybody that don't believe me, I'll argue the point all day long because I am sick and tired of those idiots running around here claiming to be the World Tag Team Champions when you know who the best team is. Rock and Roll, some bad things are coming down on you. The Midnight Express will take those belts. And everybody's saying, hey, how good are the Midnight Express's singles? Well, we're going to answer that question today, too. I'm going to introduce to you now the greatest, best-looking wrestler in the world today. One half of the Midnight Express, Loverboy Dennis Condrey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the ring and coming over here.
Hey, David, it's good to see you again. Of course, I don't have much taste. I can't let this go by without saying just one thing. All the women in the audience right now all across America are dying with envy at Rocky King being able to be in there one-on-one with Loverboy Dennis Condrey. The reason it's a single match today is because the Rock and Roll Express wouldn't come here and wrestle today if the Midnight Express were a team, so we decided to give them a break. They were so scared, hey, if they want to be cowards, let them. Go ahead and talk about us, David. I know you got a few good things to say.
Well, Rocky King just hit the deck very hard. Rocky King has well reason not like Loverboy Dennis.
King now goes right after Loverboy Dennis. Dennis backs him in. Knee in the midsection. Takes him now. Snapmare takes him over. Again, coming over, Jim Cornette.
Rocky's improved a lot. He used to be horrible. Now he's just pitiful.
A man that is never at a loss for words.
Something always nice to say. David, very quickly, happy anniversary. 64 years of marriage to Mr. and Mrs. Leonard Gold of Punta Gorda, Florida. And a little bit later on in the program, we'll show you an address to write to us. Well, I'd like to say happy 64th anniversary to the couple down in Florida. Happy anniversary to all of us for World Championship Wrestling. Write to us, anniversary announcement of 50 years of rule. 1250 South Miami International, Atlanta 30303. Drop us a line.
All right, watching this, you can see that Loverboy Dennis is a very good wrestler. He's vicious. But he's a good wrestler. Jim Cornette has spent his mother's money very well. He goes out.
Right in front of Jim Cornette.
He's pitiful. He is pitiful. They can't beat him one-on-one. Can't beat him two-on-two. The Midnight Express should have every belt in wrestling, just retire undefeated. Let everybody else start all over.
The man that loves to pick a fight, but never fight. Jim Cornette.
Hey, still to come, Magnum TA in a special challenge match against the Barbarian. With Paul Jones.
I can't look. I can't look. Don't look, Jimmy. I can't look.
Here he goes.
Yeah, Loverboy Dennis not even feeling the effects of those right hands by Rocky King.
Snap Mirror takes him over.
Boy, you're talking about intimidation at ringside.
That he loves to do.
Oh, my.
As long as his men can keep the opponent at a safe distance, Mr. Cornette is very brave. You can say one thing with Cornette. I just watched him there when Loverboy Dennis almost threw Rocky King out. Cornette is very fleet-footed when it comes to having somebody come near him. Look at him.
Hey, somebody better stop because this boy's going to get hurt. This boy's going to get hurt.
Elbow to the top of the head. Loverboy Dennis. Puts him in a stretch. He's in the ropes, though.
And still, Rocky King tries to fight back. But Lover,
oh, he tries that clothesline. King catches him. Catches him again, side of the head. And again, picks him up. Possession, slam. Center of the mat. Come on, King needs to get down.
No,
he should have stayed on him.
Good drop kick.
You've got to keep Loverboy Dennis down on that mat. Once he's up, he's dangerous. This is why. Oh! That is it. Your winner, Loverboy Dennis, with Jim Cornette.
One half of the Midnight Express. Loverboy Dennis proving that, as well as tag team, the Midnight Express are awesome at singles action. Once again, David, that suplex.
Watch it. He'll pick him up right now. Now watch it. He'll take him and put his head straight down into the mat. Like that. Your winner, the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette.
National Heavyweight Champion Dusty Rhodes with Baby Doll, and Magnum TA takes on the Barbarian with the Road Warriors also still yet to come.
Sessions presents Cruisin', an amazing 5-record collection featuring 55 hard-driving classics performed by the original artists. Just listen.
Get around, I get around. All of my love, all of my kissing.
Cruisin' contains 55 great car radio favorites that are sure to bring back many fond memories. All songs in this giant 5-record set are 100% certified original hits by the original artists.
Born to be wild. American woman. This comes down, say morning. Riding along in my automobile. Then I saw her face.
Now I'm a believer. Test drive Cruisin' today. Your choice of 5 stereo records or 3 8-track or cassette tapes for just $19.95.
We've heard from the national heavyweight champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, with Baby Doll earlier. I want to tell you, she caused a lot of things going on out here a couple of minutes earlier with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
I actually seen Ric Flair out here laying down in a spasm of some sort. Kicking his legs and laying down in a spasm. I knew I'd get the attention by breaking Ole Anderson's leg, but Lord, did I know that he'd go into fitses right out here on the television. Well, that's good. That's the way I want it. And Arn Anderson, like Baby Doll told you, you're next in a cage. I'm gonna take your part. I'm gonna break a bone in your body, because that's what it's all about. And Ric Flair, you are there. And Tully Blanchard, don't be coming out talking anymore about Baby Doll. Don't mention her name, because I'm her insurance policy. I am her keeper now. And I know, and Ric Flair coming out and told a story about Philadelphia. Say, in Philadelphia, Baby Doll chased him around the hotel, beat on the door, begged him to come in. That's not true. Baby Doll turned you down in Philadelphia. And I told you, and I'm telling the world now, because I asked Baby Doll, I said, Baby Doll, why did you turn the nature boy Ric Flair down? And Baby Doll looked at me and said, Dream, it was lack of size, baby, lack of size.
That's right. Why should I mess with Space Mountain when I have the whole part?
Ooh, that's it, baby.
All right. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, along with Baby Doll. Fans, what match would you like to see most of all right here on the Superstation? We'd like to hear from you. Write to us. Put your dream match on a postcard and mail it to us at World Championship Wrestling, 1250 South Miami International, Atlanta, 30303. We would like to hear from you. We're going to tabulate to see which match you would like to see most right on TV. Mail us your dream match and mail it to that address. We'd love to hear from you. Speaking of dream matches, let's go to the ring.
That's right, because this is a dream match. United States Heavyweight Champion Magnum TA is taking on the Barbarian with Paul Jones. And they are ready.
Now Paul Jones taking the bracelets off. David here to talk with you at this time is Harley Race, former 7-time World Heavyweight Champion.
That is correct.
I'd come out here, David, and just kind of watch this and see what Magnum's got to offer. He's in there against a guy that's a formidable opponent and should present a very good match. I just want to stand here and kind of go through this with you and get a look at what I've got to look at very shortly.
That's right, because Magnum TA is the United States Heavyweight Champion. The man in line for a match, the world's heavyweight champion.
That belt, as you know, John Valentine a number of years ago beat me for in the city of Greensburg, North Carolina. And it's been a long time since I've had it. And I'd love to have it again. We'll just see what the kid's got here against the Barbarian. The Barbarian, like I said, has got him outsized. Kid may have the technique, but I think the bronze is going to come out in this one.
All right, the Barbarian, watch him now. He does have the size, the strength. Magnum TA has the desire. Takes him, switches that arm. He's got it. Barbarian, though, has that leg. Over that top rope.
Should have been an automatic disqualification. Should have been an automatic disqualification.
It has to be intentional. It has to be an intentional. Over the top rope. Made him. Good backdrop. Now he takes him arm drag. Takes him over. Comes up with that arm bar. Cinches up tight.
Can't sell him short. Can't sell him short. He's moving good.
Drives that knee into the arm. Still has it. He's got to keep him down. The Barbarian, he has the side and size, and he's a big man, strong man. He has Paul Jones out there pacing up and down. He's watching him. So when Paul Jones is out there.
I still think, David, if referee had been sharp and been watching right there, that kickoff off of that leg and that man went over that top rope, that should have been it.
All right, headbutt by Barbarian. Here he goes, across in the ropes. Tries that clothesline, miss. Made him. Forearm catches him. Goes right for that arm. Takes him down to the mat. Got to hold him down.
Goes to show you how strong that Barbarian is. Magnum come off that rope running full throttle, hit him with a perfect elbow, and all it did was stagger him.
Magnum's got him now, though. There you see. He's got him in a tilt, just about down.
He's got the arm barred underneath. He's got... This is where...
Wait a minute, what happened? Paul Jones, you know, Paul interfered. Magnum goes right out after him.
This is where lack of experience comes in. You never leave your man to ward off what... Ooh.
The Barbarian went charging in. Magnum moved out of the way just in time. Now he takes that arm again. Twisting. Paul Jones is over there on the side. Got to watch out for him. Still has that arm.
He's doing exactly what a manager should be doing. He's moving around that ring. He's giving his man instructions at all times. And there's nothing in the rule book that says that he cannot do that. He can move any way around that ring that he wants to, as long as he does not touch anybody.
And there you see the Barbarian. Magnum has that arm. Barbarian's trying to get position. They back into the ropes. Referee calls for the break. You gotta watch it. Watch it on the break. Watch him. Tries that knee in the midsection. Here he goes. Across. Magnum catches him, putting that shoulder. But almost really doesn't phase this big man.
If he just stuck a couple of more shoulders in there and used those rules like they should be used, you got a 5 count before you're disqualified. If he just stuck another couple of shoulders in the Magnum before he tried that, he would have got it done. But Magnum, like I said, you got to give the devil his due. He's capable wrestler.
I'm claiming a moral victory right now because you know what happened to Magnum's 30-second wins right here on nationwide television. So to me, it's already a moral victory.
Okay, we have to go to a break. We'll have more of this match right after this timeout. Don't go away.
It's World Championship Wrestling, Seattle Center Coliseum, Seattle, Washington. Wednesday, January 22nd, 8 o'clock, Dusty Road, Magnum TA, many others in Seattle, Washington. The Omni in Atlanta, Sunday, January the 19th, 8 o'clock at the Omni in Atlanta. The Civic Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Saturday, January 18th at 8:30, that's in Philadelphia. Richmond Coliseum, Richmond, Virginia. Friday, January 17th at 8:15, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Tully Blanchard, the Rock and Roll Express, and many others in Richmond, Virginia. Seattle Center Coliseum, Charleston, West Virginia. Saturday, January 11th at 8 o'clock. The Road Warriors at Precious Paul Ellering, many others in Charleston, West Virginia. Scope Coliseum, Norfolk, Virginia. Friday, January 10th at 8:15, it's your boy Ric Flair. Miss Atlanta Lively, many others at the Scope in Norfolk. And tonight at 8:15, the Greensboro Coliseum, Greensboro, North Carolina. It is the one-night tournament for the NWA World Television title. That is tonight at 8:15 in the Greensboro Coliseum. It's the NWA, the Major League of Professional Wrestling.
All right, there you see it. It's still been the Barbarian over Magnum right now. Magnum, TA, the United States Heavyweight Champion. He's in trouble.
Through most of this break, it's been all Barbarian. I don't know if it continues this way. We're looking for an upset right here on television.
He drops that big leg right across the chest. There you see Paul Jones pacing up and down. He can smell victory. The Barbarian now takes Magnum. Has him up. Here he goes. Whips him across. Catches him in a bear hug. No, he dropped him right across the ropes. That throat right across the ropes.
I thought it looked like he might have lost him there for a second, but it looks like he had that in mind all the way. He brought him right straight back to that top rope. Look at this. Look at the strength of the man that's in there right now, the Barbarian.
He had him in a choke.
Whatever he had him in, David, he's still got a 5 count to break. And when you learn to utilize those rules to your advantage, that's what makes you a great wrestler.
AC Jones now goes down for that pin. Almost count of 2. Magnum kicked out just in time.
You got to give it to the kid. He's got the guts to stay with him. He's right in there, firing right back.
That looked like a chop right to the throat. AC Jones poking him with that cane.
A little intimidation there on the part of Paul. Looks like right now that we're looking at an upset right here on television.
It could be. Here he goes in the ropes again. Foot right in the face. The Mighty Barbarian goes down for the pin. Magnum again kicks out just in time. The Barbarian had hooked that leg. He would have had it.
That's right. If he just been thinking right then and brought that arm up and cradled him, he'd have had him.
Ah, he moved just in time. Magnum moved just in time. Oh, he comes up. He's got that fist. Hard fist again. Right into the Barbarian. Backs him into the ropes. Takes him across. Drop kick. Takes the Barbarian down.
Referee should have been on top of
those
fists, but again, it looks like this referee here is a little slanted in the wrong direction.
Catches him, a fist again and again. Has him in the ropes. Headbutt by the Barbarian. Magnum is dazed.
Right on the bridge of the nose with that head, David. That had to really hurt.
Picks him up. What's he gonna do? Switch now. Magnum's got him up. Tommy drop. Takes that referee out. Belly to belly. You didn't see it. Belly to belly. Magnum's got it.
Come on, referee. Get up. Do your job. You just got brushed. Come on, get in there.
There's Paul Jones. Paul Jones is coming in. Paul Jones is coming in.
Come on, referee.
He caught him with that cane.
We need a referee here.
Hey, Paul Jones caught him with that.
We need a
headbutt.
Referee in here.
Come on.
There goes Harley Race.
No, no. Come on, you can't do that. Jones went over there with the cane. No, Jones went over with the cane. Hit Magnum right in the throat. There's no upset. Watch this, Harley Race. You're gonna see an upset. All right, a headbutt by the Barbarian. Now both men, Harley Race.
David, right
now. Barbarian, Paul Jones is in there. They take him. What's he gonna do?
Backbreaker.
Takes him down. What are they doing? Wait a minute, what's he pointing over there? Tony, both of them. Both of them.
Both of them use that headbutt.
Both of them. Headbutt.
Oh, there's one.
2.
That's both of them best weapon, the headbutt, and they both headbutted Magnum. And look at Paul Jones.
Come on. Now the rock and roll comes in. Jimmy Van.
Finally, some order is
they are, they leave.
Harley Race just came in. He said, we need a referee. He came in, and then what happened?
You saw it right there. We had to have a referee. There's your upset I was telling you about.
Yeah, what about what you did?
I didn't do a thing but count him down, and then he attacked me.
All right.
I didn't attack him. He attacked me.
As they try to move Magnum TA along, there goes Harley Race, former 7-time world heavyweight champion who came... Well, here the Legion of
What does Race think he's doing coming out here during our interview time? You want something from us, Race? You'll get it, just like everybody else. Hey, the main topic here is that just another example of what goes on when it's 2 against 1, 3 against 2, or 3 against 1. Why does somebody come and try to do it to the Warriors? You know why? Because we'll slap you right in your face. Hey, let me tell you something, Kolas and Khrushchev. You tried to embarrass us not once, but twice. 3 strikes, you're out. Hey, Tony Schiavone, even though you probably don't want to admit it, I know you're a big fan of the Road Warriors. Now, I don't want you to get any ideas that we're getting soft, because we ain't, and we ain't never gonna get soft. It ain't us. but I broke down, and for the first time in mine and Animal's life, we got a little present for you, Tony Schiavone. This here is an official Weasel Slappers t-shirt. We're gonna give it to you because everybody knows there's two kinds of people. There's weasels and there's weasel slappers. And that's just what we are gonna do. And the first three weasels I can think about are Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. And we're here today. Where are they? We're here. We're standing on our own 2 feet. Where are the Russians? Tell them, Paul.
That's it. No more needs to be said.
Well, there you see it from the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, and my Weasel Slapper t-shirt, the team of Nelson Royal and Sam Houston when we return. Spring in here at ringside with us, Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, always in a good mood. However, you had to hear some of the things that James J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard were saying about you earlier on the program, Jimmy.
You got that right, and that's what it's all about, baby. Because 85, the Boogeyman was just staying alive. But 86, I'm gonna get my kicks, baby. And I want to tell you something, Mr. J.J. Dillon. It's no big secrets that me, Boogie Woogie Man, and D.R., they're just like that. It's no big secret, baby. It's just like Willie and Waylon, you understand? Me and Dusty Rhodes, just like Willie and Waylon. We go way back. You know, I don't have to even talk to the American Dream. I can see the man from across the street, Daddy. And if our eyes meet, there's a warm feeling in our hearts. A warm feeling inside. Something, J.J. Dillon, you don't know nothing about, Daddy. And you talking about starting with a domino, huh? You starting with me, baby. I'm here. I know you in there. Bring Tully Blanchard out right now. I mean, right now, let's get it on. Because what I say, Jack, in 86, I'm looking for kicks. And I'm gonna start kicking with you. J.J. Dillon and you, Tully Blanchard. American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, God bless you, brother. The Boogeyman loves you to death. I'll kiss you later, baby.
Thank you. Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, let's go to the ring. In the ring, we have an exciting tag team from Texas. And I'm talking about Sam Houston and Nelson Royal. Gonna watch them in action. They're like two buzzsaws. Now going up against John Turner and Paul Crenshaw. Nelson Royal, former World Junior Heavyweight Champion. Mr. Crenshaw just walked into that one. Tell you what, Nelson Royal's a good partner for Sam Houston. That's right. He's been the former World Junior Heavyweight Champion. He can teach Sam Houston an awful lot. Sam Houston's been taught by some of the very best. Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, now Nelson Royal. Goes down for that pin. Only got a 1 count that time. Let's see what happens. Good double elbow. A lot has gone on today. Oh, hadn't it? National Heavyweight Champion Dusty Rhodes has got a friend, Baby Doll. Notice he said, I'm not going to call her my valet or anything like that. Just a very personal friend. Oh, J.J. Dillon and Tully. Ole Anderson's out. Injured leg. Hey, and Ric Flair and Arn Anderson have gone nuts. They are so mad. What about what Harley Race and the Barbarian both did to Magnum TA? Right. Hey. And this is just the start of 86. All right, Houston goes down for that pin.
He's got him. Sam Houston and Nelson Royal are your winners. The Texas Tag Team. Watch him. Here goes Nelson. Whips Turner in. Made the tag. Here comes Sam. Bulldogs him down. Your winners, Nelson Royal and Sam Houston.
It is really good to see Magnum TA back here with us on his feet at ringside after what happened at the hands of the Barbarian, but Harley Race also, and even Paul Jones with the cane.
Let's take this one step at a time. Maybe 1986 will be a chance for Paul Jones and myself to get a little bit acquainted. He's seen his Barbarian down for what should have been a 1, 2, 3 count right here on national television. Well, Barbarian, you're just as big and strong as I thought you'd be, but I know you can be beat now. Now let's get down to some real serious business. Harley Race, I don't care if you're a 1-time, 7-time, 20-time former world champion. That's in the past. Today, I'm the United States Heavyweight Champion, and you're not. So if you want to walk around here sticking your nose in somebody's business, I'm a good person to start with. This belt right here isn't left sitting up on a shelf somewhere gathering dust. I'll defend it against anybody at any time. And you, my main man now, because you came out here and tried to embarrass me, tried to put me out in front of a